Um, Now that we are rolling live, the new moon peaked actually about an hour ago, about 7 o'clock Eastern, a few minutes after. And I could feel this shift happening. And I wasn't paying attention to the time. I was listening to something and just doing normal human things. And all of a sudden, I felt this really strong shift in my energy. And I felt, I just felt this massive release in the collective. And it's hard to explain other than I just felt this massive amount of like weight and loss just kind of leaving the body and or beginning to leave the body. And so I turned whatever I was listening to, I turned it off because I just couldn't listen to anything in that moment. And I just kind of laid down for like 15 minutes. And then to prepare for this, and because I felt the call, I wanted to meditate again. So I came in, and this is my space where I meditate normally. And I meditated, and it got super, super high frequency. There is many beings that have stepped forward to work with us today. The Goddess Collective. I didn't know they were coming in. They're here, including the Moon Goddesses, which I did know was going to come. We have the Light Collective. It's just getting super high again. We have the Arcturians here. And there's a lot of I'm going to have them bring the frequency down just a little bit because it's getting really high. And we have the Palladian Collective here as well. There's going to be more coming in and out, but for now, that's who I'm consciously aware of in this moment. So I've been talking about how this energy feels more like peacock energy, and it feels, even though I've been speaking of it as a way of third eye, fourth eye, fifth eye, throat, it's also related to the heart in a way of the back of the heart. So, right about the bra line for a woman, the back of the heart chakra has, a lot of people don't pay attention to it. And we always think of chakras as, the front of us, but they're multidimensional the way that we are. And we have these fields of energy. So we'll receive in, but oftentimes we don't allow it to move through. And so we have, just as fairies and dragons and all these other things, we have these wings and angels. And I feel like we are these peacocks that have these beautiful, bright, vibrant feathers that are just inside of us, and they're in the back of our heart chakra, and they're just wanting to bust open and fan out. See, this is why it's not a good place for the mic. Wanting to fan out and just like show its colors and show its vibrancy and its authenticity, and everybody's feathers looking similar but having different tones, and one may be brighter than the other, or denser, darker than the other, or have different colors intertwined and mixed in, and I just feel like this energy is just wanting to bust out of the back of our heart chakras and just be out there and just shine bright who we are, and be seen in that light and be accepted and loved. And I don't know, I grew up around peacocks. My grandmother used to take me to these campgrounds, and they had all these beautiful peacocks, and they would just come around you. They didn't care. But I don't know much about them. But I feel like it's almost like a mating call. I feel, and I could be wrong, but this is the energy that I feel is like putting it out there, and the right mate attracting to that peacock, right? By the feathers that out there and just that energy. It's the same thing with manifesting. It's the same thing. The energy of your emotional body is your frequency. So what's in your emotional body is your frequency. And that is why no matter how many times you say something or you pretend or wear the mask of it's going to be okay, like I really do love myself, and but inside you don't feel that way, right? Or you wear the mask of it's okay, the money will show up, but inside you're like, oh my God, but what if it doesn't? And you go into that frequency of lack, then that is the energy of which is manifesting, right? That's the vibration, that the signal that it's attracting. And so this is why I'm always talking about how important it is to be in touch with our emotional bodies and to feel within our body. So anyway, that's how I feel this energy is it's more action oriented. It's wanting us to open up our intuitive eyesight and see all perspectives, almost like being able to see 360, or being lifted up and it's like almost like out of body, being able to see. And then of course the throat. I've heard tons and tons and tons of people talking about their throat chakra, and it's time for us to speak up. It's time for us to speak out. It's time for us to share our truth and to know that we each individually hold our own truth. And for some, that truth will resonate with another, and for some it will not. And for some that it may not resonate today, it may resonate in 3 days or next year or 2 years or 5 years. Why is that? Because we are our soul, our beings, we're always evolving. And when we're evolving, something that wasn't your truth yesterday may become your truth today. And so now that thing that somebody said years ago now resonates, right? That thing that you were so resistant to back then now resonates. And that's because our soul evolves, right? And we open ourselves up, we allow our consciousness to open up even more and even more. And so if something doesn't resonate with you right now, it doesn't mean it won't ever resonate with you, right? Because looking back on my life and all the things that I've done, and how I've behaved or lack thereof, right? Or things I believed in, I no longer resonate with that person or with those things or with those beliefs or with those emotions. It's because I have evolved. It's the same thing. So when you're listening to someone who's channeling, or you're reading information and it doesn't resonate, don't take it so hardcore as to that is not the truth. It's not your truth in this moment. And maybe it will never be your truth. However, truth is subjective to your energy. This is why when we are channeling, when we are meeting with guides and gods and goddesses and masters and all these, even benevolent beings, even loved ones, even people like Edgar Casey, right? He is somebody a lot of people channel and tune into, but he is a benevolent being, So when we're talking to these people, we have to keep in mind that they have to meet us where we are. So the information that they give me may be different than the information they give you, and it may be different than the information that they give somebody else based on where they are in their consciousness. How clear is their filter? Is it mucked up with limiting beliefs? Is it mucked up with emotional densities? How clean is that filter? And so this is something that I want you to keep in mind that's come up. So as you guys are hopping on, say hello. Let me know that you're here. Once we get a bunch of people on, we will start with the moon ritual. I found this, I was looking for one today and I didn't find anything I liked. So I tuned in and I was like, what is something we could do to manifest that is fun, that uses frequency, that uses the emotional body, that uses our desires, so that we can have fun with it? Because if you have fun with it, right, it's something you're going to want to do again. It's something you're going to come back to. It's a vibration that you're going to hold in your body, and it's always more fun. Hey, Karen. Hi, sweets. Girl, it was such a mess trying to get on here today. I had I had it pre, we had a card play out. I set the link out earlier, but it wouldn't let me go live. It was not being very nice. So while we're waiting for others to hop on, I'm going to give you, Karen, a new moon reading. So let's tune in and see what you need to know for this new moon cycle. I'm so happy you're here too. There's a whole bunch of people who are probably going, why isn't she on? Because they're looking at the wrong link. Okay. Oops. For Karen, please. What does she need to know for this new moon? For this next phase, what is she stepping into? Ooh, okay. So, gosh, my light is really bright. Y'all know how I like Master Metatron, Archangel Metatron, the 6th chakra. This is what we're going to be working with tonight, which is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th eye, that Holy Trinity that lives within us. I feel like I just need to hold this card up for a minute for everybody, including you, just to see how this light emanates off of him, his wings, just the power that he holds and bestows out from him, because he is the master of his, as we all are, of our own existence, right? So what I'm feeling for you is you beginning to step into the energy of becoming that master of your own existence, of your own reality, and taking a more empowered approach to your life, and maybe creating a little bit of a like a plan of action on how you can do that and how you can step into that, and really taking responsibility for yourself and not for others, right? So we can be of assistance to others, but we have to look at how is it serving the whole, and how is it serving me, and is this best serving to me? And if it isn't, and it doesn't light you up, and it doesn't make you, just want to jump out of bed in the morning, then you need to reevaluate that. And I feel like this is what you're coming into. This is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be reevaluating these energies and kind of creating a plan of what it is that you actually want to do, and how you can begin to do that. Hi, Jade. Hi, sweetie. So while we're waiting for people to find me, since I had to change my link, I'm doing new moon readings for those ones that are early and popping on. So let's do one for you, Jade. I can't wait for you guys to do this new moon ceremony. It's going to be so much fun. I got so excited when I was writing it out. Okay, this is for Jade, please. What does Jade need to know about this next moon cycle that we are stepping into, please? What will Jade be stepping into for this new moon cycle? Okay. I feel like I'm just letting this come in. So I feel like there's some heaviness on your heart for something, and I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what the heaviness on your heart is. And I almost feel like, I really feel like this is something of, I don't want to say self-sabotage, but I also feel like it's got a weird energy of like betrayal is what I keep hearing. So I don't know if you feel, if something's happened in your life or in a relationship or a situation, whatever it is though, I feel like there is something, this is happening for a reason to kind of get you to shift into a new direction. And things, situations, people's, and this they're saying is for everybody, this piece of it is the people will come in and out of your life. They'll have served their purpose and they'll leave, or some people come in to trigger something to happen so that you will make the shift and allow it to leave. So I'm not sure how that plays in, but I do know there's some new information coming in for you. I know that there's new levels of your awareness and intuition that are being activated within this, I'm going to say, next 4 to 8 week cycles, especially as we get into the energies closer to June. I feel like you're going to have even more coming online for yourself, but it is going to require a lot more loving energy and accepting energy of your of where you are, because the new information that is coming in, the new information, the new energies that are coming in cannot manifest in form if you are not in complete acceptance of where you are now. So we're going to use me as an example, and I'm actually going to be doing another live stream about this topic. But for me, example, I'm going through a multidimensional cellular shift in my energy and in my body. And through that experience, my body's having to physically expand and my soul is physically expanding to be able to hold all that information. And then it will begin to integrate. But right now it's coming in. So my soul's expanding, my energy, my physical body is expanding. And I haven't been very accepting of that transition. But what they were telling me is the new body can't come online until you accept this one, right? Because otherwise you're just in resistance. If you're in resistance to what is, then what is waiting for you can't come in. Does that make sense? So I feel like whatever is leaving you, or you are leaving it, it almost has the energy of betrayal or deceit in it. And it may have kind of damaged your heart or made you put up more roadblocks. But if you can come into acceptance right now of what is, then what will be is waiting and can then start to integrate in. Does that make sense? Okay. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So let's just do a card for the new moon in general. We're going to do this for the collective of anybody who's going to be watching this. And then I hope you guys have water, a pen and paper. If not, you want to grab those things because we're going to do a fun little exercise. Okay, so this is for the collective, for the new moon in Taurus. Please, new moon in Taurus for the collective. Highest and best. We got cards of flying. Cards of flying. Whoa. Oh, and then I got my new, it's not new, but I have this deck. So for any of you guys that speak or enjoy light language, I got this. Mainly I got them for the glyphs, and they're 3 different decks in one. It's really interesting. So we'll pull one of those too. Hi, Brandon. All kinds of stuff. Okay, so Taurus is also the energy of romance and relationship and friendship. It's a very connective energy, right? So it would make sense that some of these cards that are coming out. So we got door to romance. The way that I read these is different than most people. And if you'll notice, if I can get my light to adjust, the top of the card says 33. 33 is a Christ conscious number. 3 is a Christ conscious number. It's also the number of balance, right? Mind, body, soul. And then the heart's in the cage. It has a key right there, right? The door is open. There's all this beautiful thing. And what I feel like this is more than anything, though, is us individually, like I was talking to Jade, individually coming in to balance and neutrality and harmony within ourselves, for ourselves, within ourselves, for ourselves. Okay, they're wanting me to repeat that. And so we hold the key. And remember, in a law of attraction reality, what we see outside of ourselves is a direct reflection of what's going on within. So we're entering into this opportunity to come into acceptance and neutrality, and to love, and come into resonance with ourselves even more. And in doing that, we will start to see our relationships in this reality shift as well. So yes, some people may be losing people physically, maybe ending relationships, things like that, and new ones coming in. So lots of new stuff. I got this right here, financial constraints, which some people would think, oh, well, that's no good. But this is really in a different kind of energy. It's in the energy of perspective, and financial constraints are when we are holding on too tightly, and we are the ones that are constricting it. And that's how I'm feeling it. So as we make these shifts in stepping into a new reality, let's say, that a lot of us are going to be doing. So I really feel that this is tied to that energy that I was speaking of with the peacock. You know, when we get that urge and we finally are pushed to make or break it, I guess is the best way to say what they're showing me. So let me give you a couple of different examples, because there's a lot going on over here. If you are doing something and it's not working and it's not working and it's not working, and you keep going and you keep going and you're trying to get a different result, eventually you're going to hit a spot where you're like, I surrender, I'm done. And you put down all your blocks, all the energetic resistance, and then exactly what you need shows up, right? So this is what's happening with a lot of people right now. So because through this year and last year, and probably the first half of next year, so many people have been activated through what the Palladians call the Great Awakening. And what this is doing is people are going through a process of acceleration. And through this process of acceleration, they are really feeling the urge to become that guide or healer or light worker, or someone here who is wanting to change things for humanity. But they get caught up in the 3D reality of money, and of having to make money by doing this, instead of getting into the energy of the creation of what is it that I want to share with the world. And this is what I'm speaking of when I talk about finally activating our sight and our throat, and which is the activation that we'll be doing today, because they are wanting you guys to all see, including me, from all sides, from new perspectives, 360, come up above and look at all the possibilities, and then get into the energy of action and manifestation by speaking those desires, those creations, your mission into the world, and step onto that vibration that is already there, right? That new dimension, that new frequency, that new timeline where you are that person. It's already created. You haven't stepped onto it yet. So coming back to the financial constraints, when we are in resistance to stepping onto our path, when we are in resistance to doing the thing because we are plagued by fear, or we're plagued by, well, what if it fails, or what if I fail, or what if I don't make any money, then this is what happens. We get into financial constraints. So while this card is coming up for the collective, it's inevitable that it will happen to people who aren't willing to open their hand to let go and to see the possibilities that it might just all work out perfectly. You can avoid this, though. You can come into that energy of, I'm just going to jump. I'm just going to do the thing. And if it feels good in my soul and in my energy, it will be successful. The universe will support me because I understand my mission. I know what I'm here to do. And in order to do that, I have to be supported by whatever manifested reality we've created as a collective. And then I got Healer of Ages. My light is so damn bright. He's got fire, right? He's got his crown activated and he's open, right? And so what I'm feeling is, again, in the same context of all of this information that I've already talked about, which is that so many healers are coming online right now, and it starts with healing ourselves. So we are becoming our own greatest healer, and in that process we are healing the world. And so this is a lot of the energy that's coming through right now. I'm going to pull. I'm really being drawn to this deck, so let's play with this, and then we're going to get into the activity. So again, if you're just hopping on, grab a pen and a paper or a pencil, and make sure you have some water, because the frequencies are already running and they're really quite high tonight. They really are very quite high. And I have some very, the Counts of Light, they seem to be a little bit sophisticated in their talking. So sometimes I have to go, as I'm channeling it through, I have to come back and break it down, because well, it's just because the way it's happening tonight, apparently. Okay. So let's see. What do we want to do? Let's do this one. Yeah. Okay. What glyph activation would you like to share with this collective, please? Ooh. I'll have to look up and see what this is. So just take that in and just kind of soak that into your consciousness. All these cards are very activating. And then I'm going to look and see. I'm going to look and see what this means. Because I don't know. So this is Pillars of Heaven, Courage, New Directions, Mysterious Journey, Space Traveler, and Fluid Reference Points. So this is pretty cool, because this is, you know, we were just talking about stepping into that new, right? Stepping into that new, and traveling into that new dimension. And these are the pillars. These are the pillars, the pathways. Very, very awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right. So are you guys ready to do a fun little moon ritual manifesting activity? Let me know if you guys have your pens and paper ready. I'm just going to leave these out because I feel like we might bring them back. And I'm going to light got a little blue candle for our throat chakra today. And I got some herbs. So excited. Yay. Yes, ready. Okay. So this exercise is going to do a couple of things. And I'm going to do it with you guys. So let's start by taking a deep breath in and out. And just kind of feeling your energy center. And we're going to be breathing in and out, bringing all of our energy, all of our attention directly into our heart space. Okay. So we're going to breathe in again. And as we breathe out, we want to see everything culminating in through our heart. And one more time, breathing in and out. And then just focusing on your heart, feeling it beat. maybe even hearing it beat. And as you sit in this space, I want you to think, and when I say think, I mean think with your heart. The very first two things that come into your heart when I say, what would you like to manifest? What is it that you desire? Two things. And I want you to write them down. And if you're brave and you really want to speak them out, you can list them below in the comments. Okay. And I say the very first two things because sometimes we can get in our head and then we let the ego run the show, and it doesn't work that way. It gets distorted. So looking at the two things that you wrote down, if I was to say, why can't you have those right now? I want you to write next to them, below them, however you want to do it, the things that are standing in your way, the obstacles. What are the obstacles that are keeping you from manifesting those two things? And try to keep them, well, you can do it however you want. Okay. So have you guys written them down? What at least three things that you feel are standing in your way of having what you desire, okay? So I'm going to give you an example of mine. So one of my desires is to finish writing one of my books. And when I think of the things that are standing in the way of me doing that, it was not enough time, not organized enough. I need to make money. I need to work. So how can I stop and write a book, right? So those are the three things that are standing in my way of that desire. And those are limiting beliefs. Those are lack, and they're low vibrational, and they're not true. None of them are true. And I know that, but at the end of the day, that's the energy that came out immediately. So we have to validate it. I have to accept that and write it down. Okay, so we have those, right? Now that you've written down the things that are standing in your way, I want you to cross them out, and I want you to write the truth. So what is the truth? Is it available to you? Is what you desire available to you? Is it possible for you? What is the truth? And I want you to write that down. Okay. And let me know when you've written those down and you've got your truth. This is important because when we see what we perceive as blocks or limitations, and we choose to cross them out and say, no, that is not correct. This is my truth. And we write it and we see it. There's something about it that activates. It activates something within us. It changes something in our cells and in our brain. Okay, so now this is my favorite part. So looking at your two desires, I want you to look at the first one. And as soon as you look at it, what color is it? Give it a color. And then look at the second item on your list and give it a color. And then tell me when you've done the color. This is so fun. I think I'm going to do this every new moon, just because I've had so much fun with it. And it's getting really hot. Okay. Have you guys given it a color? Have you given each of the items that you desire to have to call in a color? Now, when you look at the color, I want you to tell me the emotion. And I want you to think about it in this. I want you to see yourself with whatever it is you desire, having it, knowing that it's yours, that you'll never have to worry about it again. What does that feel like in your body? What is that emotion or vibration? And I want you to write that down. And here's the thing, you can go back and do this later tonight. You can do this tomorrow. You can do this the next day. In fact, I highly suggest that you do it over the next 3 days because we have these moon portals, right? So it's 3 days before, 3 days after. And now that we've crossed the peak of the moon, the next 3 days are just as powerful. So if you were to do this for each of the 3 days, maybe you can narrow down your manifestations or the colors or the vibrations, right? You can play with it, right? You can get a little bit more in tune with it. So this is what we're going to do now. So you have your color, you have your desire, and you have an emotion, right? Color is just frequency. And the emotion is the vibration of that frequency. And then the desire, right? The desire is the thing that helps us to take action or motivates us, if you will, right? So we have the 3 things that we need to create harmony. And so what we're going to do is we are going to soul braid them into our being. And this is so much fun. And anybody can do it. It's not super highly meditative, so it's just like a little bonus exercise. So I want you to see, if you close your eyes, I want you to see your column of light as this beautiful white light that runs from well above your crown to well below your feet. And everybody has one. It's this beautiful white column of light, right? And I want you to see on either side of you the two colors that you intuitively picked that represent your desires. And within each color holds the vibration, the energy of what it feels like when that becomes a part of your cellular memory. And what I want you to do is just take a moment and see the three colors. So your column of light and the two colors that you chose. And then I want you to see yourself braiding it into your being. So whether you know how to braid or French braid or not, I want you to see yourself intertwining each color in through your column of light. And I want you to feel this process. And sometimes it helps to do the physical hand motions. So seeing it being braided into your column of light, integrating it at a cellular level. And as you do, I want you to feel those energies entering into your cells, integrating into it, and beginning to vibrate down your column. We're just going to braid those colors in all the way down, intertwining them into our column of light, allowing it to be intertwined into our cells as a part of us already, allowing us to become an energetic match to which we desire. And then I want you to see Archangel Uriel and Master Metatron coming over, and Archangel Sandalphon, the three of them coming around and just connecting their energies and activating this soul braid within your column of light, allowing for it to begin to vibrate out into the cosmic frequencies, calling in those desires, almost like turning on your beacon of light. Beautiful. What do you guys think of that? So now what we're going to do, and if you don't have the ability to do this now, it's okay. So we have what we crossed out. We have our emotion. We have our color, our desire. And I'm going to do this as a representation of the collective. So anything that anybody who watches this is thinking, feeling, writing, all being intertwined into this energy of this paper. And I'm going to add it into my cauldron. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in some hyssop leaves for purification, some chamomile for peace and prosperity, because it smells delicious. And some manifest to bring everything to fruition. Then we're going to burn all of it, returning it to source. And hopefully not setting off my fire alarms. That was very powerful. Yeah, isn't it? It's so cool. I was looking, it just showed up. I don't even know who brought it through. I was like, there is really not that many good rituals out there. This one, I really, really enjoyed it. I was like, I'm going to do this all the time, right? Because you're putting it into you. So thank you for sharing that. That was powerful. So the rest of you, tell me what you experienced, how you were feeling as you were braiding it in and doing all of that. And if you wish to share, your colors or your emotions or anything, I would love to hear it. Jade says, wow. I have to look down. Sorry, guys, because I'm going to have to watch this on my phone. Isn't that fun? I'm going to write it up and make it a PDF so that I can be shared out, like a one pager that you guys can print. I'm smoking myself out. The dangers of moon rituals, right? There we go. Put the fire out. Put the fire out. It did feel amazing. It really did. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. So when I did that, though, and I saw Sandalphon and Metatron and Uriel come in, it just felt like this, I don't know, this supportive energy just coming in and really crystallizing it and allowing it to accelerate and integrate into me. It really felt as if I had, what I had done had become a part of me. What I had changed by feeling it and giving it a color and allowing it to be in my energy. It became a part of me, right? It was no longer something I was seeking. And because when we're seeking, we're saying that we don't already have that. It became a part of me. And now that it's a part of me, I am now an energetic frequency match for it. And I can see it show up in my reality. So honestly, you don't even have to do this just in the new moon or the full moon. You could do this at any time. What would be fun would be to do it for like 33 days straight and see, like, pick 2 desires and do it for 33 days straight and see what happens. I think it would be really fun to do that. Jade says yellow and pink. Brandon was yellow and blue. That's awesome. I love the yellows, you guys. That's so sun. There's been a lot of sun energy showing up, like sun activating. Tomasa, I'm going to screw up your name every time. My colors were aquamarine. Yes, aquamarine. Teal kind of color and yellow. When I braided it, I could feel it integrate into my column of light, and then I felt it radiate out. I love the aquamarine. Obviously, you can tell. It working with Kuan Yin and aquamarine being a rebirthing and regenerating, accelerating type energy, and it also being like water, right, where it envelops and it, I don't know, and then the sun activating it. I love it, love it, love it. 33 days. I think that I'm hoping somebody will do it, but let's make a challenge out of it. I think we should do that. Probably should do it in the group or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So excited. So excited. Okay. Are we ready to do? I think we should do our transmission. Let's do our transmission. Okay. I know you will do it too. I know you will do it. I'm actually getting ready to do, I'm not going to do it only because tomorrow starts a 49-day challenge for me, which I'll be sharing after I do it. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. But afterwards, it would be fun. Anything you do that you want to integrate, you have to remember we're humans still. And so we have to meet it on a physical level as well. And so that's why these rituals and these practices, of meditation, of constant action, of repeating what we're doing, it's not about clearing it and seeing it delete. We may use words like clear or dissolve, but in reality, what we're doing is integrating it. We need to integrate it because it's about coming into neutrality, about seeing pain and passion as the same, is of the same coin. And so even though we may use these words for just the way we speak, it is about integration. And so we want to integrate these things, and we have to do that. And when in the integration process, we are repatterning a new neural pathway. And that's why I like with my soul purification process, the method that I developed has multi layers to it, but it is a long-term process. It's not a come have one session with me and be changed forever. It's not going to happen. It's about me teaching you how to integrate on a physical level, on a mental level, and on an emotional level over a long period of time so that you have this built into you. So when you go out and do things in the world, you have this process built into you and you're able to no longer be held back by limiting beliefs and no longer be taken down the rabbit hole and all of these things. So it really has been something that has changed my life and is why I'm sharing it with you guys now. So just remember that it's always about integration. It's always about neutrality. It's never about trying to delete it, erase it, dissolve it, and jump to the next vibration. We have to integrate it. The real thing that we are seeking is neutrality. It's peace. That is where freedom is. It's not in a high vibration as in jumping for joy and excitement. That is something that we experience in small bursts. Does that make sense? Okay. Whew. All right, so let's just take a moment, get a drink of water, make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're in a space where you can either lay back or can be supported if you're sitting. Something that I've been doing new for detoxing is warm lemon water. It's more room temperature, a little bit more. And then a large spoonful of the purest organic raw honey you can find, and mixing them together. It's been super, super cleansing of my system, adding in the honey. Plus it's nice on your throat. Okay. So if you guys are ready, I can't play background music because I have to have my phone up, but it's okay. If you guys want to play some things somewhere else, it's fine. Just begin to breathe. We're going to gradually deepen our breath. And with each breath in and out, I want you to feel your body anchoring into the space that you are in. So feeling your weight shifting and releasing and becoming heavier in the space that you're in. Feeling this release with your breath. Allowing your body to come into pure relaxation. Asking your ego, your mind, to take a back seat for the moment. To surrender. To know that you are safe. That you are held in a sacred space. I want you to see before you a beautiful temple made of gold. And this temple has a doorway. And as you walk towards it, enter into the doorway and notice that it is pitch black inside, except for a small bellowing of light coming in from the tip top of the temple, straight down into Mother Gaia. In this light is a beautiful space for you to sit and get comfortable on. As you make your way over, feel yourself sinking into this space. Breathing in again and releasing, surrendering to the unknown energies, to not knowing what you may see, hear, or feel, but knowing that it is sacred, divine, and perfect. We begin with an invocation, a prayer, and feel this energy and this frequency as I speak this prayer. Infinite consciousness, gods and goddesses, angels, archangels, benevolent beings, ancestors, galactic families, ascended masters, our personal spiritual team, Mother, Father, God, we ask you to blend with our consciousness, to bring forth whatever is in our highest and best. We ask Archangel Sandalphon to raise Gaia Sophia's grid of consciousness below our feet, to feel the support that she is here to offer us. We ask Master Metatron to pull down from the heavens, from the ethers, the grid of higher consciousness, so that we can feel that intense connection as we are the bridge between heaven and earth. Calling forth Archangel Raphael, the healer of all healers. Archangel Gabriel, the purifier. Archangel Uriel, the activator. Archangel Michael, the protector. Just feeling their energies surrounding us. We invite in the Council of Light and the Moon Goddess Collective and the Goddess Collective in general. Feeling all of these energies, it begins to raise the vibration of your space to that of a 12th dimension, allowing your consciousness to become even more open to receive the activations, the information, the integration that you are desiring, that your soul has been asking for on some level. We ask for it to meet you where you are, and so that way it will be peaceful. We're going to begin with a white diamond fire ray. I often use are with Archangel Gabriel, and we're going to bring this beautiful white diamond fire ray down through your column of light. And so I want you to just see this beautiful, very thick, almost like plasma, this white, very diamond-esque, very cleansing energy beginning to pour into your consciousness, into your crown. And what it's going to be doing is absorbing, integrating anything that you are ready to release, that you're ready to let go, that you have learned the lesson on and you're not wanting to repeat. Any blocks, boundaries, limiting beliefs that you are ready to integrate, to make space. Just seeing that all integrating, being absorbed into the white diamond ray. You may feel some tingling or even some warmth on your crown. We're going to bring this down into your third eye. And we're going to really remove any fears, obstacles, blinders, limiting beliefs, anxieties that have been carried and picked up from the collective energies, allowing all of those that are not serving to you to be absorbed into this white diamond fire ray, this plasmic energy, really just allowing it to really open this space up. We're making space right now. We want to do a very good clearing out. We're going to bring this energy actually through very gently and comfortably through your physical ears, through your physical eyes, through your nose. We're going to bring this energy down into your jaw, where we keep a lot of our tension and stress, into our teeth and gums, where we hold a lot of our fears and insecurities. We're going to move this down in through your throat, and we're going to allow this to absorb the past actions that you may or may not have taken that have maybe caused regret, past words that have or were not spoken that cause maybe regret, or energies of shame or guilt. We're going to allow those to be absorbed into the white diamond fire ray, making lots of space. For illumination, expansion. We're going to bring this down in through the high heart and into our heart chakra. And we're going to allow this to absorb any pains, any heartaches, any self-sabotage, the energies of unworthiness, hopelessness, aloneness, feeling unsupported, unconnected. Allowing it to absorb all of these energies that you on a soul level are ready to integrate into your being. Really opening up that heart, allowing you to be vulnerable in a way of authenticity, in a way of acceptance and grace. Moving that energy down, continuing down your column of light in through your solar plexus. Really allowing it to absorb any disempowered energy, any doubt. Again, with the self-sabotage, lack of movement out of insecurities or distrust of your own being. Anything that dims your light, the energy of compromise is coming up. Allowing it to be absorbed into the white diamond fire ray. Moving it down into your sacral. And as it does, we are going to call back all the parts and pieces of you from all lifetimes, all realities, galaxies, dimensions, and no time. Feeling all parts of you, all your fragments that you have separated off of you, inner children, other lifetimes. Feeling them surround you at this time so you know that all of you is here. And allowing this beautiful white diamond fire ray energy to move through all parts and pieces of you. As we tap into your own individual Akash, or maybe you become illuminated to some patterning or programming that is now conscious in your awareness. Maybe this patterning and programming has been prevalent through many generations, including this lifetime and multiple experiences. And through this awareness, we ask that whatever is ready to be integrated, allowing you to shift and heal and open up new pathways, new patterns, new programmings to be absorbed into the white diamond fire ray, allowing it to integrate those parts and pieces of you into this soul being, into this physical body. Moving that beautiful plasmic white diamond fire ray down into our root, allowing it to immediately dispel any pressure that has been built, any pressure to act out of fear or lack, survival, the fight or flight instincts, the pressure we place upon ourselves to be perfect, to be powerful, to make it happen, to make something of ourselves. Allowing those energies to be integrated and the truth to be revealed, seeing the structure of who we are within us as a foundation to anchor into. Allowing our light to become secure and anchored into this physical vessel. And in this process, we ask that our essence, our soul light, to begin to stream from the bottoms of our feet down into and through Gaia Sophia, through all of her layers and dimensions, connecting into her crystalline core, connecting you heart to heart, energetically, allowing you to feel that nurturing, mothering energy. And as you now sit in this beautiful temple of transformation, the Goddess Collective steps forth with a beautiful activation of the third, fourth, and fifth eye. Tapping in, they're bringing forth this ray that I could do no justice with human terminology. It's what they're going to call moon dust, but it is illuminary type of energy with specks of blue and silver and aquamarine and just this incandescent beauty. It has the energy of magic that I can't do justice with. This energy, they are going to begin as they surround each and every one of you at this moment, infusing it into your third, fourth, and fifth eye, that holy trinity that lives within you. And they're going to begin to create those neural pathway connections from the third, fourth, and fifth eye so that you can begin to see that Holy Trinity, that triangle within your mind's eye. This is the all-seeing eye. This is what activates you to see in all time and space, in all dimensions and realities, within this human existence, allowing you to see your truth from a new perspective. Feeling this energy beginning to flood your mind's eye, creating that Holy Trinity. Just allowing for that energy to continue. As it does, I want you to see that beautiful triangle of transformation within your mind's eye. It is through our mental plane that we have the ability to change our emotional reaction, which creates that physical manifestation. By activating these third, fourth, and fifth eye and allowing you to have that shift in your reality, to see the truth of through the illusion that's being presented at this time. We ask that Uriel step in and activate this beautiful energy of the moon goddess that they have presented you. And with this newfound sight, we ask for you to just take a moment and even feel or see yourself laying back within this beautiful temple of transformation. And as you're laying there with newfound clarity and newfound inner sight, I want you to begin to see the top of the temple beginning to open. Just at the top, enough to show you all of consciousness, allowing you access to see the truth of who you are, of where you're going. What is it that you need to see now in this moment? As we've opened up your sight and activated it at a higher level, we take this few moments and ask that they show you what it is that you need to see. What steps do you need to take next to help you move through whatever illusion or obstacle you feel is blocking you from your soul's truth, from your soul's desires? allowing whatever imagery, knowing, feeling that you are given during this transmission, knowing that it will be programmed into your subconscious. It will be placed as if seeds were sprinkled through your mind, activating just in time. Feeling, seeing yourself sitting up in the space as we thank and allow the Moon Goddess Council to exit our energies. The Council of Light has stepped in to surround each and every one of you at this time. They bring forth an activation of your throat chakra. But this activation is a remembrance of what it is that you are here to do for humanity, your mission that you are here to bring to fruition. As they surround you and begin to beam their light, their encoded energies into your throat chakras, I want you each to feel the warmth and the light beginning to bellow from your throat. This energy sparking a fire deep within your being that you feel radiating down through your column of light, anchoring deeply into your root to the base of your spine, allowing for this energy to completely integrate this activation on a cellular level, clearing anything in the way of this mission not being brought to fruition. Any limiting beliefs, any fears, just feeling this energy and these beautiful beings just bringing forth their activating energy of remembrance. Just a ball of light as it beams down your column of light, rooting, anchoring in to the base of your spine. This is a big activation. This is a big remembrance. And they want you to know that this will take place. This energy will begin to show itself through your dream state over the next 3 to 4 days. So paying attention to your dreams as you wake early in the morning, writing anything down that remains in your consciousness as clues, allowing you to piece the puzzle together, allowing this energy to be empowerment to help you speak this mission into existence and to not be afraid of it, to own who you are and what you are here to do, even if another is doing the same or maybe is more advanced than you. We each have our own vibration that we are here to match at this time. So there is no need for competition. Those that are going to work with you are waiting for you. Those that are here to hear the words for you that you will speak and the vibrations that you will emit will find their way to you. With the activation of your third, fourth, and fifth eye, you have, in a sense, ignited your beacon of light, saying you are open to see all possibilities in all ways, all people, all places, all situations. You have turned the light on within you, within your higher mind, as this mission of yours and that vibration ignites and activates within your throat and begins to integrate down your column of light, rooting, anchoring, securing it in to the base of your spine, into your root energy. Taking a deep breath, allowing that energy to integrate fully. And we thank the Council of Light for this beautiful activation of our throat chakra, of our mission here. So beautiful. We're going to take the, they liked the soul braiding that we did earlier. So we're going to bring that in once again while we are in this higher dimensional state of being. And this is going to Master Kuthumi is coming in to help with this as well. So we're going to bring back those colors along your now newly activated column of light, filled with your mission and your empowerment. And we are going to rebraid your colors, your desires into your newly activated column of light. So once again, seeing that energy, and I want you to see that your column of light and your beacon are now so bright that you can see within the triangle of transformation, the temple. It is no longer dark inside because you see you are the light. And now that you have activated it, you can see all that needs to be. Seeing on either side of you the two colors you intuitively chose and the vibrations that coincide. And Master Kuthumi and Lady Portia are going to begin braiding them for you into your consciousness, into your newly activated column of light. Master Kuthumi bringing in the accelerated energy of manifestation, and Lady Portia bringing in the energy of karmic clearing and transmutation of anything that may be not serving for this to come into existence. So as they begin, I want you to see them starting about 8 feet above you and using their beautiful powers to interweave and braid your colors into your newly activated column of light. And as you notice this happening, coming down now into your crown, them continuing to do this work, I want you to see this prism of light energy taking force and hold within the triangle of transformation. No matter where you look or see, it's different flecks of these colors rainbowing around you, creating this most harmonic energy. As they continue to braid now down past your heart, really feeling it opening the back of your heart as it passes through, down into your lower chakras, and really anchoring it, tying it off right at the base, and allowing that light to begin to sprout and take root down into Gaia Sophia's energy, all around you 360. And just taking a breath as you surrender to the magic and the prism of light that you have created just by allowing your true colors to shine. And taking that all in as you feel this electrifying, exciting energy beginning to take root inside of you as it integrates as part of you. We thank Master Kuthumi and Lady Portia for their presence and for their assistance in this integration. We ask that they begin to bring the Temple of Transformation's energy down to about a 7th dimensional frequency. As I want you to begin to once again feel your weight returning. As we bring you back to this time, space frequency. With this new energetic blueprint now running within each and every one of you. As you exit the Temple of Transformation, we thank the guides, the angels, the masters, the gods, the goddesses, all of the collectives that stepped forth with their activations, with their energies. We thank them with deep gratitude and love for blending with our consciousness. And as you close the door to that Temple of Transformation, beginning to see this gold temple igniting and disappearing as it ascends back into Gaia Sophia, awaiting for the next time that you may call on this temple, knowing that everything within it is always sacred and held in the highest frequency and grace. I want you to feel the beautiful ground beneath your feet. Maybe even visualize squishing them in soft, fresh, clean soil. Feeling a light breeze come over you. And taking a couple of breaths to re-anchor you. Knowing that our desires are now a part of us. We can now see through the illusions that are presented to us. And we are now equipped to speak our truth and our mission that is a part of us. You may begin to start wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe rotating your head and moving your body just a little. Taking a drink of water. I would highly suggest a lot of water over the next 24 hours. And I would love to hear from anyone who is able to speak and would like to share what they experienced. If you want to come back and tell me, you can do that as well. What you experienced and what you felt, what you saw or heard or knew that was happening for you, that you needed, what your next steps were. And really allowing this energy to integrate, because it's going to keep running within you for the next few days. It was quite beautiful because I could see this beautiful light, this triangle within our minds, just spinning and just literally illuminating everything. And the column of light when the council came in was so beautiful and so personally, I can personally feel this energy down my spine. And it was just such a beautiful and different transmission than I'm used to doing. And I'm really grateful that I was open enough to allow it to come through. Let's see if we have any live bodies on here. Liquid sunshine, honey, that is. Yeah, honey is liquid sunshine, that's for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't even know what time is it. Let's see how long we've been on. Well, we've been on for a little while. Wow, I didn't realize we were on for so long. It's crazy how time just flies, right? So I know that a lot of times when we do these heavy or high frequency transmissions, that some of us can feel a little ungrounded. So if you're able to go outside and put your feet on the earth, I suggest you do so, or pet an animal, or do something very human, very human. So anything that's going to make you very, very present, and then rest and enjoy this beautiful energy and put something new into practice. So whether it's this braiding that we did today, of integrating that energy, or if it's just coming in and sitting in the triangle of transformation, the temple of transformation, and asking to blend with whoever's in your highest and best for you to see. But they're really wanting us to do more conscious action every day. This is the way, tapping into you. Jade says that that they were out. That's pretty common. I think there was a point where I think I was like watching myself. I was so out of body. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So I would love for you guys to check in with me tomorrow, whether that's here on this or in one of my groups or communities. But check in with me tomorrow and let me know. Don't forget to put out your crystals if you have any. You can put them in a window or outside if weather permitting. Drink lots of water, maybe even a salt bath over the next day or tonight or tomorrow. Lots of rest and honoring your body. Okay, honor your body. If you're tired, rest. If you feel like moving, move. If you feel like crying, cry. Honor that emotion, whatever's coming up, and allow it to be physically released. And through that acceptance of what is in this moment, remember, if we accept what is, we make space to accept what's next. I love you guys all so much. Happy new moon in Taurus. And I will see you next time. Namaste.